Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am Muhammad Irshadul Haq, Assistant Professor, Government Degree College, Pulwama, and I have prepared e-content Arabic for various semesters. And first, I have prepared the third unit of third semester, which I was supposed to prepare. And in this third unit, the main topics are Inna wa akhawatuha. In English we call it annular particles. Then we have kana wa akhawatuha. In English we call them annular verbs. Then we have adawatul istifham, means interrogative articles or interrogative prepositions or tools of interrogation. But in this presentation we are making you to understand the various aspects of these annular particles. Inna wa akhawatuha. Inna is a particle, it's a preposition. Wa akhawatuha means its sisters, because it has so many sisters that function in similar way. That's why they have been called sisters, because they act similarly. They are also called al-huruf al-nasikha. Harf, its plural is huruf. Nasikha means cancelling, deleting. These are called huruf al-nasikha because they cancel the ruling of a nominal sentence. They are also called al-huruf al-mushabbah bil-fail, particles similar to fail, similar to verb, because they to some extent are similar to a verb in function. In Arabic we know that Arabic verb does some action when we use it on a noun. Similarly, these huruf, these prepositions, these particles, they too act, they too function, they too inflict when we use them on a nominal sentence. So that's why they are similar to verbs in terms of action. They intervene in a nominal sentence and make changes in its declension, its meaning, and its words. We remind you that nominal sentence consists of two main parts, and the first part is al-mubtada. Al-mubtada in English we call subject. Mubtada is a noun that comes first of a nominal sentence. Mubtada, because it's called mubtada because this nominal sentence starts with this noun. And the second part is predicate, al-khabar. Khabar is information about the mubtada. The subject and the predicate are both originally in nominative case, and they are signed originally with dhamma or zammatut tanween on the last letter, and sometimes waw as well. The annulars which we study in this lesson are not verbs. There are some annular verbs as well, like kana wa akhawata, but that we will inshallah read in the next lesson, study in the next lesson. Instead, these inna wa akhawata, these are particles, they are not verbs. These annulars are called in Arabic al-huruf al-nasikha, that is the annular particles, as we discussed it earlier. We will only study annular particles in this lesson, and inshallah in the next lesson we will still study about the annular verbs. Now, inna wa akhawatuha. What is inna and what are its sisters? Please have a look on this table. We will start reading from right. First, in the right column we see annular particle, and in first number is inna. Inna means indeed. It's a confirmation particle, because when we use inna on any sentence, it creates confirmation, it creates emphasis in the meaning of the sentence. Suppose if I will say al-jawwu baridun al-yawm. Al-jawwu baridun al-yawm. The weather is cold today. The weather is cold. This is a nominal sentence. But when I used in on this nominal sentences, I say innal jawwa baridun al-yawm. Innal jawwa baridun al-yawma. So this, see, inna. First it was al-jaw. Now when we use this inna on this noun al-jaw, it becomes jawwa instead of jaw because of inna. So it changes the vowel. It is the case of this noun. Innal jawwa baridun al-yawma. So this jaw is basically the noun of this inna, and this baridun is its predicate. So when we will translate it, we say, indeed, the weather is cold today. Now there are emphasis. Before this, using this inna, or in English, indeed, there may be some doubt. But when we use it inna, it clears every doubt. There's emphasis, meaning there is no chance of any doubt anymore. Now look in the from right side, there is ka'anna. Inna, after inna there is ka'anna. Ka'anna is also a sister of inna, because we are reading and studying about inna wa akhawatha, inna and its sister. So ka'anna is another sister, but its meaning is something different. Though its function is same as of inna, but the meaning is something different. Ka'anna means as if, similitude, and confirmation particle. We use this particle for similitude. Suppose we have a nominal sentence, ashamsu. Before using kana, I say ashamsu narun. The sun is fire. I say the sun is fire. But when I use this ka'anna, the sister of inna, I say ka'anna shamsa narun. Ka'anna shamsa nar. So ka'anna means as if. Ashamsa, the sun. Nar means fire. So it means the sun is like a fire. The sun is like a. So we see there is a similitude in the meaning. And one thing is that it changes the meaning of a nominal sentence. Second is that it changes the case of mubtada, subject. Ashamsa was before ashamsu, but while using ka'anna it became ashamsa. Though ka'anna shamsa narun means the sun is like a fire. So in this lesson, now we will discuss some of the, as we have earlier told you, the declension of the two parts of a nominal sentence, the subject and predicate. Now here are some other examples. You can go through this example. You see same thing happens. First is Muhammadun Karimun. Muhammadun Karimun. Muhammad is generous. Muhammad is a mubtada, subject. Karimun is its predicate. Khabar. In Arabic we say khabar. Muhammadun Karimun. Muhammad is subject and it is nominative case, because mubtada subject is always in nominative case. And what is the sign of being it in a nominative case? It's, you see this dhammatut tanween. We see dhammatut tanween here. So it's a sign that this is in nominative case. Karimun is also in nominative case because we have dhammatut tanween. It is last, and both mubtada and khabar are always in nominative case. Now see, now we will use in on this sentence. This was first mubtada and khabar, but now we use it in. So I will say inna Muhammadan Karimun. Inna Muhammadan Karimun. Indeed, Muhammad is generous. Inna is what? Harful mushabba will fail. This is an annular particle. So when we use this on a nominal sentence, what became? Muhammadun became Muhammadan. So first change came into its structure. Muhammadun, it became Muhammad. Its case changed. We don't say that this noun Muhammad is a mubtada anymore. Why? Because it's this inna cancels its ruling. Now Muhammadan will be the noun of inna. Kareemun will be the predicate of inna. Muhammad is ismu inna, Kareemun is khabru inna. Now you see this Muhammad mubtada, this was in nominative case, now here it is in accusative case, Muhammadan. We see, and what is the sign of being it in a accusative case? It is the zammatut tanween at the last. Now we have another example. See, at-talibu nashitun. At-talib means student, nashitun means is active. At-talibu nashitun means the student is active, intelligent, we can also say. But when I used inna on this nominal sentence, I say inna taliba nashitun. Talibu became taliba. You see here it's talibu, now here it is taliba. Inna taliba nashitun. Verily, indeed, the student is active. So while using inna on this nominal sentence, two things happen, two major changes happen on a nominal sentence. One is that this mubtada, it was in nominative case, but after using inna on this noun on this nominal sentence, this mubtada became mansub, it became an accusative case, it became a taliba. It was a talibu, then it became a taliba. That's the one change. Second change, that is in the meaning. We see a talibu nashitun means the student is active, but when I say inna taliba nashitun, it means indeed the student is active. Now we see there is a emphasis in the meaning, there is a confirmation in the meaning. Now we'll study the grammatical effect of inna, but we have already discussed this, and it's when the subject is in dual or plural form. We used inna on nominal sentence, but it was not the nominal sentence. The mubtada in a nominal sentence was not dual or plural. For dual and plural, there is different ruling. There are different grammatical rules, and those rules we are going to discuss here. You see, first we will take musanna. Musanna means dual. We have a sentence here. Al-la'ibani mahiran. Al-la'ib means player. Its musanna, its dual is al-la'iban. Al-la'iban. And mahiran is its khabar, predicate. When I say al-la'ibani mahirani, two players are skilled. Mahiran means skilled. Al-la'iban is mubtada, mahiran is khabar. But you see, mubtada al-la'iban, it is musanna, it is dual. It represents two. And before this, we saw the mubtada, it was not representing two, it was just representing one. But now it represents two. Al-la'ibani mahiran. Now, when we use inna or any of its sisters on a dual nominal sentence, you see what happens. Al-la'iban becomes la'ibain. So I say inna la'ibaini mahiran remains same. Mahiran remains khabar, predicate remains same. Inna la'ibaini mahiran. Indeed, the two players are skilled. So this la'iban became la'ibain. Now see, this inna is what? Now we will try to classify grammatically this sentence. I say inna is harf mushabbah bil fail. Okay, it's annular particle. Al-la'ibain is its noun. Ismu inna. Mahiran is its khabar. Mahiran is predicate. Now see, la'ibain is in accusative case, because the noun of an annular particle is in accusative case. Ismu inna, ismu inna is in accusative case. That's why we see la'ibain. This ya here, this ya represents nasb, accusation. So it's not that we will always see a noun in accusative case and the sign is fatha and fathatut tanween only. No, sometimes this accusative case, the sign of being a noun in an accusative case is ya as well. So I say indeed the two players are skilled. Mahiran is its khabar, is its predicate. You see, it's musanna dual and it is a nominative case. Why? Because the predicate of an annular particle is in nominative case خبره إن ولذلك هو مرفوع. Now we have another example, but this time it's not the mubtada subject is not musanna dual. Now it is plural, and that too sound masculine plural. Before knowing about this grammatical rules while using inna wa akhawatuha on a sound masculine plural, you should know some basic fundamental rules of this sound masculine plural. Jam'u al-jama' al-muzakkar salim. So when I say al-la'ibuna mahirun, la'ib means a player, la'ibun is its plural and sound plural, sound masculine plural. Al-la'ibun mahirun means the male players are skilled. Now I will use this inna on this nominal sentence, and this nominal sentence is plural right now. See, it becomes inna la'ibina mahirun. Indeed, the male players are skilled. You see what happens. It was basically la'ibuna mahirun. When we used this inna on this nominal sentence, la'ibun became la'ibin, and this ya represents that this is in accusative case, and la'ibin is ismu inna. It's the noun of this inna. Mahirun is its predicate, its cover. Mahirun is in nominative case, and see, the sign of being it in nominative case is this wow. Okay, so nominative case, a noun, the signs of a noun being nominative case is dhamma, it is dhammatut tanween, and it's sometimes wow as well. So two changes happen almost in all these nominal sentences after using in or any of its sisters. What first change, that its noun becomes in accusative case. Its noun becomes in accusative case. Second change is in meaning. We see inna creates emphasis in the meaning. Indeed, the players are skilled. Now we will use sound feminine plural, since there are two main types of a sound plural, and one is masculine sound plural and second is feminine sound plural. And about the masculine sound plural we have already discussed, we have used in on it. Now we will use in on a feminine sound plural. Now see, اللائبات ماهرات. اللائبات ماهرات. اللائبات means a female player, and its plural is اللائبات. اللائبات ماهرات is its predicate, its cover. So it's a nominal sentence. Now we will use in on this nominal. So what happens? See, إن اللائبات ماهرات. It was اللائبات when it was mubtada, but when I used in on it, it became now ism inna, this the noun of inna. Inna laibati, alan ti. Before it was tu, now it is ti. Inna laibati mahiratun. Mahiratun means skilled. Indeed, the female players are skilled. You know, there is an emphasis in meaning, but you see what happens. This sound feminine plural. In sound feminine plural, you know and you must know that the nasb comes. Nasb means it's when it's in accusative case, the representation or the sign of being it in an accusative case is that it's maksur. It's, we see vowel sign kasra here at the last. It is in not accusative case, mansub, and the sign of accusation alamatul nasb is what? This kasra. Kasra. So we say inna is annular particle, and laibat is its noun, and it's in accusative case mansub, and it's mahirat is its predicate khabar, and it's in nominative case, because the noun of a because the predicate of a of inna and its sisters is always in nominative case. So you see here mahiratun, it's marfu in nominative case, and the sign of being it in a nominative case is, it is zammatut tanween. This zammatut tanween. Now almost all the sisters of these inna, sisters of inna, they intervene in nominal sentence. They, but always they, when they intervene, they intervene in nominal sentence. If we see any of these particles, any of these prepositions, or you can say words before any verb, then we must know that this might not be the sister of in. Okay, here now there's a list of all these sisters and their respective meaning, though they function, the grammatical function is same, but the meaning is different. Now first we will take inna, and we have already given so many examples about inna, but still here we will also repeat so that you will memorize it. Inna means indeed. Inna means indeed. As I told you that inna is used for confirmation. It's a confirmative particle. Innal muhita akbaru min al bahr. When I say innal muhita akbaru min al bahr, means indeed the ocean is bigger than the sea. So before using inna, if I will translate this sentence, I will say al muhitu akbaru min al bahr, the ocean is bigger than the sea. But after using inna, there is an emphasis in meaning. I say indeed. Now there is no element of any doubt. So innal muhita akbaru. So muhita is its noun and akbaru min al bahr is its khabar predicate. Second is anna. Arju anna Muhammadan Sa'idun. It was basically Muhammadun Sa'idun. But when I say Arju anna Muhammadan Sa'idun, Arju means I hope. Anna means that. Muhammadan means Muhammad Sa'id is happy. Arju, I hope Muhammad is happy. I hope Muhammad is happy. So now anna almost to give this here. It's also used for confirmation, but sometimes we use it for a phrasal, as a phrasal particle. You see here, it gave the meaning of that. Arju anna Muhammadan Sa'idun. I have that Muhammad is happy. So here, though we use anna in the same meaning as of inna, but still it has some other meaning, and that's that when we use it at a phrasal particle. So now the main difference between inna and anna is that inna we often use in the beginning, except there are some exceptions, and anna we always use in the middle of the sentence. It never comes in the beginning. Now third is ka'anna. Third sister is ka'anna, means as if. As I told you, this is a similitude particle. It creates simile in a sentence. When I say ka'anna Aba Bakr, ka'anna Aba Bakrin Ustadhun, as if Abu Bakr is a professor, as if, though it's not real, as if. So there is simile, there is a similitude, the meaning of similarity between Abu Bakr and Ustad. Ka'anna Abu Bakr. So Abu Bakr is its noun and Ustadun is its khabar predicate. Ka'anna is annular particle, and it's among the sisters of in, min akhawati in. Now fourth sister is lakinna. Lakinna means but. Its meaning is but. It's a restricting particle. It creates the restriction in the meaning, and often this also is used in between the sentence. Now we use it here in the beginning, but the valid point is that it is always used in the middle of the sentence. Lakinna Aba Bakrin talibun. But Abu Bakr is a student. So lakin is what? Harf mushabbah bil fail. Al harf al mushabbah bil fail. It's an annular particle. Aba Bakrin is its noun. It's ismu lakin. Ismu harf al mushabbah bil fail. Talibun is its predicate, its khabar. But Abu Bakr is student. So but we often use in the middle of the sentence in English as well. Similarly is in Arabic. Now next sister is laita. Laita means means it's a wish. I wish like if only you can say wishing particle. Through this particle, we create a meaning of wish in a sentence. So when I say laita tullab mujtahidun, laita means if only. At-tullaba means students. Mujtahidun means hardworking. Oh, if only the students are hardworking. Similarly, we have another, and that's la'alla. La'alla is also a sister of inna. La'alla, maybe there is a bit hope. We use this for hope. Okay. لعل الطلاب ينجحون. I hope the students will succeed. I hope the students. So here we saw لعل created the meaning of hope. طلاب is its noun and ينجحون is its predicate, its cover. Okay. So these are all the sisters of in. That's why they are called inna wa akhawatuha. Inna and its sisters. Okay. We saw they all are used on a nominal sentence, and they cancel the ruling of a nominal sentence. We don't say this is mubtada and khabar anymore. We say mubtada is its ism, its noun, and khabar is its khabar, its predicate. And however, the meaning of all these are different. Usage is a bit different, though the grammatical function is same. So from all above what we have mentioned, we note the following points. The annular particles inna and its sisters are 6 in number. They are all 6. Inna, anna, ka'anna, lakinna, layta, la'alla. Each of these 6 particles add a new meaning to the nominal sentence as follows. First is inna. It's used for confirmation, as we have discussed. You may note the difference between confirmed and non-confirmed as follows. When I say al-muhit akbar min al-bahr, then I say inna al-muhit akbar min al-bahr. Inna created emphasis. It created confirmation in this, in the information. Then we have inna comes at the beginning, as I told you, of the sentence, and can also be used as a phrasal particle, meaning that, and comes after the verb call. This point I have not mentioned. When, as I told you, inna is often used in the beginning of the sentence, but there are some certain verbs. When these verbs come before inna, we use it in the middle as well. And among those verbs is call. Here is the example. يقول مراسلنا. Our reporter is saying في العراق, in Iraq, إن الوضع خطير جدا. إن الوضع, verily, indeed the situation is very dangerous. So this is the sentence. يقول مراسلنا في العراق. Our reporter in Iraq says إن الوضع خطير جدا. The situation is very dangerous. So يقول is a fail. As I told you, there are some certain fail in certain verbs when they come in a sentence. And after that, when we have to use inna and it's any of in or inna, not sisters, only inna, in that case we put kasra on hamza. So inna is used in the beginning, but when it is preceded by certain verbs, and among those is qala, or it's all narrations, it's all siyagh forms, we use inna in the middle as well. That's why we, in this sentence, we see inna in the center here. Why? Because the sentence begins with qala yaqul. Okay, so this you have to remember. Now second is anna. Anna comes in the middle of the sentence. It is used as a phrasal particle. It always means that, but it's not used with qala. Instead, it's used with many other verbs as follows. So anna is used in the middle of the sentence. Sometimes it gives the meaning of confirmation, and sometimes it gives the meaning of that, phrasal particle. But when it is preceded by qala, we don't use it in the middle. We use instead inna. Okay. Now see examples. هل تعرف أن آسيا أكبر من أفريقيا؟ هل تعرف, do you know أن آسيا, that Asia أكبر من أفريقيا, is bigger than Africa. هل تعرف أن آسيا أكبر من أفريقيا? Do you know that Asia is bigger than Africa? Now here you see أن is used in the middle of the sentence. Similarly, ذكرت الصحف إن أسعار البترول مرتفعة. The newspapers mentioned that the price of petrol is increasing. ذكرت الصحف أن. So this أن we use it in the middle of the sentence. Third example is أعلن الرئيس أنه سيزور مصر. أعلن الرئيس, the head, or we can say president, announced أنه سيزور, that he will visit مصر, Egypt. أعلن الرئيس أنه سيزور مصر. The president announced that he will visit Egypt. We now clearly understand that anna cannot be placed in the beginning of the sentence. It has to be preceded by a verb. Inna can make the same function as of anna if it is preceded with a verb call. However, if inna is in the beginning of the sentence, it means indeed. Ka'anna is the third sister. It means as if. It adds meaning of similitude to the sentence, and we have already discussed this. Now here we have some more examples. Abu Bakr Ustadun. Abu Bakr is a teacher. Now كأن أبا بكر أستاذ. As if Abu Bakr is a teacher. You see in the picture, he is not a teacher, but he looks like a teacher. So while creating the meaning of as if, we use كأن. And the fourth is lakinna. It has the meaning of a retract. It means that you mention an information and then you mention afterwards another one against it or opposite it. For example, we have هذه أسرة مجتهدة. This is a hardworking family. هذه أسرة مجتهدة. This is a hardworking family. لكن الابن كسلان. But the son is very lazy, dull. Now see lakin. We used this sister of inna. It came, as I have told you earlier, that we use lakin in the middle. You see lakin, and it has a meaning of retraction. You see, family is very hardworking, but so now you see it creates a bit something. It now after the information that comes after lakin, it is to some extent contrary to what has been said before lakin. لكن الابن قسل, but the son is dull. So lakin is harf mushtabih bil fail, ibn is its noun, ism, kaslan is its khabar. Then we have laita. It's a particle of wish. We use and is used for something that you wish for and there is less possibility. See in the following example, الشباب لا يعود. This is a nominal sentence. Youthfulness never come back. But when we use laita shababu ya'ud, means if only youthfulness comes back. So now using laita, there is a wish. Laita shabab ya'ud. Since the youthfulness never comes back, so that's why there is less possibility while using laita. La'alla is a particle of hope and expectation, and it's unlike laita. It's used for a hope that you think is expected to happen, and in the following examples. So the main difference between laita and la'alla is in laita there is less possibility. It's a wish, it's a dream, and dream never is not always. There are less possibility that a dream will come true. But while using la'alla, it's used for hope. There is expected. There is possibility. So this is the main difference between laita and la'alla. For example, at-tullabu yanjahun, the students are do succeed. Students succeed. But when I use la'alla at-tullaba yanjahun, it means I hope the students succeed. So la'alla is a particle of hope and expectation. Though grammatically it functions same. You see, la'alla is حرف مشبه بالفعل annular particle. الطلاب is its noun. خبر ينجحون اسم. الطلاب is its اسم. ينجحون is its خبر. And its ism is always mansub in accusative case. Now we have finished this first topic, first lesson, inna wa akhawatuha, inna and its sisters. Now one of the question that was put forth by a student in the previous class is, sir, how to use annular particle on a nominal sentence with sound plural subject, sound plural predicate. I think we have discussed this in this lesson, but not in a detail, because before knowing the ruling of inna on a sound masculine plural subject and sound plural predicate, we should know some basic rules of these sound masculine plural and sound feminine. But we have to read their i'rab, their inflection, how they are changed, and after that you will clearly and precisely understand how we use inna. If subject and predicate both are sound plural, the inflection i'rab will be with letters, not with sound vowel signs. Often we say that a nominal sentence, the sign of being a noun in a nominal sentence is dhamma or dhammatu tanween. And similarly, in the sign of being a noun in accusative case is or either fatha or fathatu tanween. And similarly, the sign of being a noun in a genitive case is kasra or tanween al-kasra. But sometimes all these cases, these signs, sometimes they came in different signs. There are some different signs as well. Sometimes a rafa, it's not always that a rafa noun in a nominative case is always represented by dhamma or tanween only. Sometimes it comes with huruf as well, huruf, letters. For example, waw is also a sign of a nominative case. Sometimes alif is also a sign of a nominative case in musanna, dual. We have discussed that in the lesson. Now here are some examples. I will try to make you understand it. المدرسون حاضرون. المدرسون, this it's إن المدرسين حاضرون. Before using inna it was المدرسون حاضرون. The teachers are present. The teachers are present. But when I use inna, mudarrisun became mudarrisin. So mudarrisin is in accusative case, and the sign of being it in an accusative case is this ya here. This ya. Mudarrisun waw, it became ya. So ya is in accusative case, and hazirun, you see, it is nominative case, and the sign of being it in a nominative case is this waw. As I told you, there sometimes it comes in this sign. These signs are huruf as well. So inna is annular particle, al-mudarrisin is noun, hadrun is predicate. Inna is harf mushabba bil al-harf al-mushabba bil fi'l, al-mudarrisin is its ism mansub, hazirun is its khabar marfu. Similarly, another example, for example, here al-muslimun sadiqun, the Muslims are truthful, upright, honest. Inna al-mudarrisina sadiqun, inna al-muslimina sadiqun, indeed the Muslims are truthful. So while using inna, it created emphasis in the meaning, and it also what changes the grammatical form of this sentence. You see, inna is again here, it was muslimun, it became muslimin. So this ya represents the ya represents the that this noun is in accusative case. So in this way we have finished inna wa akhawatuha, and inshallah in the next lesson we will read about annular verbs kana wa akhawatuha. Assalamu alaikum.